On the sofa this morning, husband and wife.
Yes, it's finally happened.
It's great to see you. When we read out Sherlock meets Line of Duty, Mark, you were like...
I don't know, like, people just, you know, when it's a new thing, obviously people have to... It's like the original tagline for Alien was Jaws in space. You know, it's a good way of getting a hook into it, but I'd like to think it's its own thing. But, you know, we'll have to let the public decide that.
People always like to kind of associate you with the thing that you've done before,
Yeah.
and sometimes that might be the thing that you did 20 years ago. Is that, I mean, Polly Bridgerton, I guess that's something that is always right next to your name.
At the moment it is, but people are quite fickle, aren't they? So hopefully, yeah, they'll forget. But it's so different. It's such a different character, so I don't think they'll be confused.
Mark, this is your baby.
Yes.
Bookish. So what is it about Bookish that makes it so different? Give us a beginner's guide.
Well, to misquote Goodfellas, all my life I wanted to be a detective. And I thought this up about 8 years ago, and then I wrote the script during lockdown. And
they've looked out for each other through their whole life. It was illegal then. It's a marriage that protects them both. She's an independent woman. She likes to live her life, have boyfriends, go out, have a good time without judgment. He likes to do the same. So it works for both of us, but it protects us because we have the cloak of the institution of marriage to protect us. Plus, it's a marriage of love as well. It's not just of convenience.
But there's a lot of laughs too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go on, because it sounds to me like this is almost like your dream role. You know, all the things that have fascinated you, all put into one place.
It is, really. Honestly, it is. I think someone said to me, this is the most Mark Gatiss thing you've ever done. I thought that's very true. But I suppose because I love murder mysteries. I first actually saw Polly in Poirot, Peril at End House with David Suchet many years ago.
That was the baddie.
It is a sort of synthesis of all those things. So we're just very blessed to have got it off the ground, especially in the current environment. And obviously, there's a lot of great murder mysteries. A bit of a new golden age. People love a puzzle and they love a murder mystery. But we're hoping this is a distinctive take on it all.
Cosy crime, that's the label. Would you go with that?
No, I don't. It's funny.
No one ever likes that phrase.
No,
no one likes that.
Following me around as if I'm sort of attacking it, because it's of course the cloak of nostalgia and you know bank holidayness is what we all love about it. But I think you can do a lot with it, and we've certainly tried to do it with this series. It's got teeth, and it's about a lot of broken people who've come back from the war. With tremendous optimism. I mean, the thing that fascinates me about this period is Churchill won the war and was an absolute national hero, and then was defeated by a landslide, mostly by returning soldiers who wanted a better world. Obviously, things went south quite quickly. But I think it's a really interesting brew, and it's perfect for crime, because there's all sorts of stuff going on in there.
And do you think that's why this era, there's like a little bit of a gap in people writing about this era, because sometimes some of the issues are really difficult?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yes, it's not cosy. It's absolutely the opposite of cosy. But I think it's really a rich resource for us to examine these things.
And it spans 2 episodes, the murder, so
yes.
you can really kind of explore the world. It's not.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, I've done many of them, and Poirot included, and the biggest problem always is playing fair with the audience, trying to lay a clue that is not too obvious but not too obscure, trying to find sufficient... I was saying the other day that really most murders could be avoided by just not picking up the telephone. but you have to have a proper reason for wanting to strangle someone, really.
Said Mark Gatiss.
It's a pull-out quote.
I saw the first episode last night. I mean, it looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic. The music is wonderful. And what a cast you've got popping in and out.
Yes, we've been very blessed, especially for a first series. It's lovely. It's just, I think people responded wonderfully to the scripts, but also the idea of it, I think. And I was able to go through my address book. That's calling some favours, but we've got Danny Mays and Rosie Cavaliero, Jolie Richardson, Paul McGann in the third story. And as Polly says, it makes a huge difference to have that time, really, to get to know suspects. And suspects, they kind of advance and retreat, you know, as the story goes on. You think, oh, it must be him. I was asking my mother-in-law yesterday who she thought did it because she's only seen episode 1 and she was way off. It was great. But we've had a few...
Was that reassuring?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've had a few screenings recently and it's really interesting watching it with an audience because you do see it differently. You suddenly think... I thought, oh, he looks suspicious. She looked, oh, I look suspicious. I look very suspicious. But I suppose because if you don't know where the show is going, obviously it's called Bookish and I'm the lead character, but if you don't know where the story is going, it could be anyone, really. So.
And how is the marriage going? Going well? Any more marriages? We've had quite a lot of, relationship advice on the sofa this morning. Yes. Tubble and Dean were good.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
No, it's a partnership that works very well.
And it's set to run and run.
Well, we've got
it being filmed already.
Yes,
yeah?
we start the second series next month.
Yeah.
So we're very
good luck with it. Wonderful stuff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in. Bookish starts tonight.